Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, the Season of the Chosen trailer has just dropped for Destiny 2. Today we're going to be doing a full breakdown of this trailer with everything that you see and everything that's going on, as well as doing a bit of a nitty-gritty deep dive into all of the information that Bungie has given us on the seasonal page on their website for Season of the Chosen. I'm going to go ahead and play this trailer in its entirety for those of you guys that have not seen it, but if you have already seen the trailer, skip to the timestamp you see on screen right now and get to the breakdown. So I'll see you guys in just a bit.
The darkness crowds the edges of this system. The Hive serves it. You'll fall to one, if not the other. I propose an alliance. With my army and your light, the Cabal will crush the Hive. Bow.
No. Empress Keitel has emerged as the new face of their empire and demanded I pledge loyalty to her.
This tank is like a living thing. She breathes, she moves, and she will spit out your bones. Sharpen my gilded knife and see you both on the battlefield. There's no light here.
So there you have it. That is the trailer for Season of the Chosen, so let's go ahead and go over everything that you just saw and do a bit of a breakdown. So first things first, what is the story all about? Well, this is going to be taking place where Season of the Hunt left off after we've weakened the forces of Xivu Arath with our Wrathborn hunts and hunting the High Celebrant, and Season of the Hunt was kind of garbage, but at least we did something story-wise, right? And basically after all of this happened, Calus's daughter actually shows up in the system. Her name is Empress Keitel, and she appears to be making an alliance with Zavala to finish off the Hive completely. She wants Zavala and the Guardians to pledge loyalty to her, and after being asked to bow to complete this deal, Zavala basically says hell nah, and this does not go over well with the Cabal. That is basically where the story is starting to take off. So what exactly do we see in this trailer apart from the story? Well, the seasonal activity is called Battlegrounds, and judging by what they say on the website, Battlegrounds are the fallout from the failed treaty that has resulted in Cabal forces taking up arms on multiple destinations, prepared to defend the glory of the Empire. In this 3-player match-made activity, Guardians will engage in ritual combat against Keitel's chosen warriors. So it's a 3-man activity. It doesn't look to be, a public event. Wrathborn hunts, do keep in mind, was a 3-man activity, but it was so easy to the point where you could basically do it with one hand tied behind your back. So hopefully this content right here isn't really that much of a pushover like Wrathborn hunts was, and it's actually engaging and fun to grind, and maybe there's some difficulty levels that are involved in it. That's all I can really hope. We're not getting a 6-man activity. I really wish that we were, but unfortunately it's 3-man, so let's hope it actually has a little bit of difficulty in it. Now, aside from this, we also know that we're going to be getting a total of 3 strikes added to the game, with 2 of them from D1 and the other one being completely new. This, of course, is the Devil's Lair, Fallen Saber, and the new one, Proving Ground. So Devil's Lair find and destroy the single exalted servitor that sustains the fallen House of Devils in the Cosmodrome. The fallen Saber rushed to the aid of the AI Warmind Rasputin as he broadcast a plea for help across the system, and Proving Grounds, the champions of humanity face the champions of the Cabal to determine the fate of the last city. So that's pretty cool. I actually wasn't expecting a completely new strike this season. I figured they were bringing 2 of them back just for the sake of trying to pad out the content because they didn't have anything else, but having a completely new strike is definitely really awesome. Now, aside from that, we also get a glimpse at the new armor ornaments. So you can see right here, this is a still from the trailer. You can see what the new armor ornaments look like. They're very much Cabal themed, and I'm not exactly sure how I feel about them in their entirety. The Warlock is looking a little funky, but this right here is a better screenshot of what this armor actually looks like. I think that the Titan, shoulder pieces, normally I'm not a big fan of like huge shoulder pieces, but I think it looks okay. The helmet looks a little weird. I mean, I think all this armor kind of looks a little weird, and I probably am not going to be using it all that much. Maybe I could make the Titan chest piece work, but I don't know. The armor looks a little funky, but that's a really good screenshot of it there. And you can also see the legendary armor screenshot right here with the Warlock on the left, the Hunter in the middle, and the Titan on the right. So if you're curious what the legendary one looks like, that is it right there. Now, we also get a good look at some of the weapons in this trailer. We have a new exotic bow, which seems to be just a Solar Trinity Ghoul, which I'm 100% on board for, by the way. Here's a better look at its design, and the name of it is Tiku's Divination. I believe that's how you say it. It looks really, really cool, and I'm very excited for this. I did like the duality a lot from last season, so I'm definitely looking forward to this bow right here. And judging by the actual website, there is going to be another exotic quest, so we don't know exactly what this is going to be, but it looks to be associated with Tex Machina, so it's probably going to be some kind of Western style weapon, but we are going to have another exotic this season, which we can tell from right there, and this isn't going to be the only one. Now, aside from that, we also get a look at some of the new weapons in this trailer, legendary weapons that is. Here we get a new look at a rocket launcher, which hopefully with the rocket launcher buff coming, this will be a pretty decent weapon. We also get a still of a new submachine gun. And aside from the submachine gun, we get the look at the Shadow Price and what looks like a new pulse rifle that the Warlock is holding on the left. Aside from this, we also get a really good look at the new Trials of Osiris hand cannon, which seems to be pretty cool. Hopefully that these weapons are pretty obtainable. We all know what the current state of Trials of Osiris is, but hopefully these are pretty decently obtainable, and Bungie kind of improves the actual game mode with the season, but only time will tell. The weapons do look cool though, and I do hope that I can get my hands on them. Now, moving on from this, towards the end of the trailer, we see a standoff with Kaital, Zavala, and what looks like the Crow. So I figured that I'd mention this for those of you guys that are curious about story beats. It doesn't really exactly look like us. It definitely looks like that is a story character, probably the Crow. And aside from that, right near the end of the trailer, we actually only get 1 frame's worth of this that you can see on screen, and it definitely looks a little creepy. Not gonna lie to you, not exactly sure what this is all about, but it flashed on screen for like half a second. I figured that I would go ahead and mention it. Now, that is pretty much everything that we've seen in the trailer that is very much noteworthy. Let's go and move on over to Bungie's website and take a look at some of the more nitty-gritty details about the season, starting off with the Helm, the HELM. This says, designed as the ultimate Vanguard staging grounds, the spaceport provides the resource Guardians need to face the most powerful of incursions. Here, the war table has been set. Meet with Zavala, acquire the Hammer of Proving, and orchestrate an honorable victory. So something tells me that this is where we might be launching our seasonal activities from. Basically, where Zavala's like, hey, they're over here. The Cabal are over here. So go over there and do the thing. And you'll probably be able to squat up here and actually go do the seasonal activity from this little war room right here. Now, aside from that, we see the exotics and gear, a champion's armory. Of course, this is where we see the exotic quest, the exotic bow, the weapons and ornaments, and the umbral engrams return. Now, one thing to note under the weapons and ornaments, it says a cache of new and reissued weapons to collect. Exotic, legendary, ritual, over 25 weapons added to the loot pool. So I figured that I'd go ahead and point that out because they're adding 25 weapons to the loot pool. How much of that is garbage that we've already seen? I don't like when Bungie reissues gear to us, especially if it's part of a season that we're paying for, you know what I mean? From what we can see in the screenshot, though, the weapons do look cool, the new ones that is, but I don't know what's going to be the reissued garbage. I do hope that if they are reissuing anything, it could be the Trials of the 9 gear, seeing as it never got random rolls, but I highly doubt it. But yeah, just figured I'd mention that. 25 new weapons to the loot pool, but not exactly new because some of them are reissued. Now, we also get a look at the seasonal artifact, the Bell of Conquest, used to celebrate the triumphs of the warrior who carries it. The Bell of Conquest increases your power every time it's upgraded. Unlock new seasonal mods and customize your playstyle. The last thing that Bungie mentions is the Season of the Chosen roadmap. So, the day that Season of the Chosen launches, February 9th, it says the Behemoth and Hailstone Battlegrounds is going to release, the Devil's Lair and the Fallen Saber Strikes will open, and the Helm comes online. February 9th as well, we get the Stasis Aspect quest that will begin for more Stasis upgrades. February the 12th, Trials of Osiris will begin, new armor, weapons, and more. February 16th, we get a new battleground. So this seemingly is kind of working like Forges, I guess. Each battleground is going to be different. So the Cleansing Battleground, February 16th, looks like it takes place on the Cosmodrome. We get the Oracle Battleground on the 23rd, as well as Iron Banner. The Proving Ground Strike will open for Season Pass holders on March 23rd, and on March 30th, the Proving Ground Strike will enter the playlist for all players, and the Proving Grounds Nightfall will become a thing. April 13th will be Iron Banner once again. April 20th will be Guardian Games. The armor looks cool, though. I will say this, the armor actually looks a little nifty. I do like the way that that looks, but of course, you know, Guardian Games is back, and then May 7th through 9th, Guardian Games will have a closing ceremony, and at the end, they say, and more, which last season basically meant not all that much more. But guys, that is it for the video. Season of the Chosen, everything you need to know. Seasonal breakdown of the trailer and the information. That is pretty much everything that we're going to be getting in the season that we know of. So guys, let me know what you all think down in the comments down below. If you guys did enjoy this video, please leave a like on it. I would greatly appreciate it. But guys, that is it for me. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.